Hey Curious Connerys, Dylan here. We just want to give you a heads up that the following program contains conversation relating to topics that may or may not include physical and sexual assault and self-harm and mistreatment of different cultures. We are in no way condoning these things, but given that Sean Connery has acted in films going back many years, they've tended to come up. To spin a phrase from Disney, many of these films include negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures that were certainly wrong then and are definitely wrong now. But rather than not discuss this content, we'd like to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and create conversation for a richer future. Stay curious, folks. And now, on to our show.
Previously on Connery Curious.
We have the only steam train that Amtrak is still running.
Exactly.
To take us home from the movie theater.
Wow, that was fab! We'd have jammed with the Beatles and I should have known better in that other cart.
And John Lennon gave me his harmonica.
It's so cool!
Here we are, folks. Beautiful Cancun Beach. Everyone be back on the plane train at 7 p.m. sharp.
Hello, gentlemen. May I offer you some lunch?
I'm afraid we've eaten already. But it seems we've forgotten dessert.
You know, I've never met a woman quite like you before.
No. I've got news for you boys.
I'm a robot. Beep, beep, boop, bop.
Take the shot, Mario! Take the shot!
Must kill.
I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm not a great shot, but I'll try.
Must kill.
Kit Fisto? That's right, boys. It's me, Jedi Master Kit Fisto. Kit Fisto! Now, let's get you both back on that plane train. It's 6:57. Go, boys. I'll hold back the hippies on the horses.
Yeah, man. Whoa. Clip clop. We'll shoot you with our bomb blasters, man.
Now, don't go sticking. Get it quick. It's some pie. Ah!
Holy Tatooine titty twisters! Kit's been engulfed by the weed cloud!
No! Jedi Master Kit Fisto! The plane train's leaving, Mario! We've got to catch him!
I don't think we can clear the jump!
We've got to try, Mario! On 3, 2, 1, jump!
We're not gonna make it.
Dominic Toretto?
Yes, it's me, Dominic Toretto.
Dominic Toretto!
That's right, boys. Didn't think I'd leave family behind. Now, jump on that plane train.
Yeah! We made it!
Wait, Mario, look! The waiter is dead!
And the lady that pushes the trolley.
I'm not dead!
Now she is. Okay.
All right, boys. We don't tolerate murder on this Murder on the Orient Express plane train. Unless you want to be sent to that prison with a big hill, or the one on that island that we'll get to eventually, or some other prison of which I have yet to be informed, I suggest you clear your bad names.
But how?
You must go to the Cave of the Dragon.
But where is that?
Well, conveniently, we've broken down right next to it. I'll point to it here with my gold finger. But frankly, I think you boys are guilty. I don't trust you as much as the next man. This is clearly some kind of double hit you've orchestrated. Now, go! Have the dragon resurrect those dead bodies and they can reveal the truth that you did indeed murder them.
I'll drag.
Okay. Ooh, this cave is very spooky.
It's also very well lit for some reason.
Yeah. It's like a 1980s heavy metal album cover.
If only there was a plot device.
Did somebody say plot device?
Oh, who's that? Who is that?
It's me, a dragon. It's my dragon cave.
Oh, we thought this was
Oh,
Metallica's
let me come
cave.
out so you can see me.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god,
goodness.
Mario, he's 2 feet tall.
Look
at him, he's adorable.
Don't mock me like that.
I'm not mocking you. That's a compliment.
You're like Spyro the Dragon. You're adorable.
The Legos down.
I'm building a chair
Mario?
out of Legos.
What are you building?
I'm building a chair out of Legos so I can sit down.
Mario, help! Topher Grace is Mario, stop with the Legos!
These are so much fun. Look at these great Legos. I can make anything.
Oh, shoot, we still gotta get out of this cave. Mario and I were hoping to leave this cave and clear our good names. Did you happen to revive those dead bodies?
Yes, here, take them.
Oh, hello.
Yes, hello.
Hey, that one sounds like me.
Hey, that little dragon man sounds like me.
I'm so confused.
Where's my trolley?
Guys, we need to know who murdered you guys.
Yes, please give us the answer. We need to clear our good name.
Let me think, dear boy. Let me think. Oh, look at this cute little dragon. He's so adorable.
Sir, we need to know.
I know now. Come to me, little dragon. We've got to tell them.
Who is it?
After carefully pondering the evidence, little dragon Sean and I have come to the conclusion that the murderer is forces of nature.
I'll explain. That plane train was carrying on it a cage containing 2 lions. When a large windstorm caused the plane train to nearly derail and break down, the lion's cage was flipped onto its side. The lock sprang open and the lions escaped their cage. That's when they attacked and beheaded Wait Waiterman.
Ah, yes. And after they attacked me, they must have attacked you, Trollina Trolley.
That's right.
It all makes so much sense now.
But where could the lions be now? Still on the plane train?
Hey! Hey everyone, it's me, Nacho Man Dandelion. It's okay, I didn't kill anyone. That was my brother, Macho Man Randy Lion. You can tell he's a mean man just from his name, just like that mean son of a bitch Hedgehog Hogan. I saw him make off with one of those parachutes shortly after murdering these 2. They jumped on the plane train, a briefcase of money in hand. Yep. Yeah, I had nothing to do with it. Yeah. Because I don't like murder. Yeah. I don't like murder. I'm trustworthy. Lions, as you know, never lying. Yeah. You can hold me to that. Yeah. Dig it.
That explains those chocolate crumbs we found on the plane train floor. I knew they tasted salty after I tried 7 of them. Lions are always eating chocolate-covered pretzels.
And they're always leaving the empty bags just lying around.
Mario.
All right now. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get back to the plane train now that I'm out of that cage. I'm gonna get back to that seat I booked first class months ago. Yeah. Before that guy captured us to bring to the Sultan of Fez from that 70s show. Yeah. I'm really only here to wrap up this bit, yeah, because I'm the cream of the crop. Nobody does it better. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Yeah.
Bye. We love you. I hope we see him again.
Maybe one day we will, Mario. Maybe one day we will.
Well, that settles it, everyone. My little similarly voiced dragon friend here and I have deduced the true killer, with a little help from Trollina Trolley, of course.
Thank you. Oh, do I finally get a line in this episode? Okay, then. Where's this? Oh, here. Well, I spit hot fire and I ain't bragging. I'm S.C. Draco, the rapping dragon, telling you the tale of Mario and Dylan, out to clear their name from the folks they're accused of killing. They're no villains, only catch them chillin', talking about Sean Connery and watching as the wheel's spinning. Don't you know, it's Dylan and it's Mario, hanging with me, the dragon S.C. Draco, watching all the movies from the OG00. But it's almost time to say goodbye. And don't go sticking your wick in some pie. I hope we've all had a good time, and now I'll solve this murder with the power of rhyming. You know the killer wasn't Jim or Bob or Ryan. Turns out the killer was the wind and the lion. Cue the theme song.
Connery Curious! Saga! Last Crusade! You only live twice! And the Anderson tapes! Murder on the Orient Express! You never know what the wheel's gonna spin next! Marty and a woman of straw! And a wounded man in Africa! We are curious of the filmography of Sir Sean Connery.
Oh my God. God that's over.
I know. Oh, so that was exhausting. I'm just glad we were able to get back on the plane train in peace, and it landed safely, and now we're just home safe.
I didn't realize how much stuff happened.
So much stuff happened. It's a blur when you...
There was stuff I remember that happened. That was odd.
Yeah, it was a blur, frankly, and I can't forget it quick enough.
Well, you know what?
I'm glad we're home.
We're home. We're back to regular podcasting.
Yeah, we're just back in our podcasting studio as normal.
It's fine. Dylan Titus.
Mario Lima.
How are you today?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Good. Together again.
Together again in the same podcast space.
That's us high-fiving.
High-fiving.
In person.
That's the non-gonococcal.
Our third in person? Third in person.
We had... Should we go back through... Hold on, I've got my notes right here.
First one was Action of the Tiger.
Action of the Tiger was episode 5. That was our first in-person one. Then our next in-person one was... Was it The Longest Day?
Next Man. It might be long. Next Man, I think.
Yes, The Next Man. Yes. And then The Hill.
And The Hill. Hill's in person? Oh, well, shit.
Yeah, we were in person.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the 4th time?
The 4th time we've been together in person.
Hell yeah.
Look at that.
Look at us.
Look at us. And we're innocent free men now.
And we're free men. And
ladies.
Ladies. I'm
well,
kidding.
I mean, we probably should. Can't mess with robots and such. Anyway.
What movie are we doing this week, Dylan?
Well, I think we should even just set up what we do here every week for those of you who are new and probably thoroughly confused.
If this is your first episode, good on you, man. But if you're brand new,
it's an interesting first episode for you.
Very interesting first episode. Thanks for clicking.
Thank you.
But yes, I'm Mario Lima.
I'm Dylan Titus.
And each week...
well, what's the name of the podcast?
Connery Curious, I think?
Yes, it is the Connery Curious podcast.
Yes, where we have a wheel
The Wheel of Curiosities.
And it's filled with Connery films throughout his entire career. And each week we spin that wheel, and whatever movie it lands on, we watch that film, and we come back together and discuss the film, review it, all that old chestnut. And of course, we like to I almost said force. We like to force our audience to attempt to watch these movies along with us.
Though most of the ones have not been attempts. A lot of them have been smooth sailing.
Yeah.
There's been a handful of attempts. Which ones would you say have been attempts thus far?
So attempts for people watching?
Like where it's like we really had to buckle down and watch it, which was Action of the Tiger and The Longest Day for me, I think.
Longest Day for sure. Longest Day, and I think that's really it. Avengers was like halfway through. First like half hour, like this is okay, and then like I think that halfway through I'm kind of like okay.
That was a 90-minute slog.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think probably the worst is, I mean, originally Sword of Valiant was a slug too, but now like we're like aching.
We can't wait to get back to it.
We're aching to watch it again.
I'm gonna get us that Blu-ray copy.
I think we gotta get it. But other than that, yeah. I mean, other than that, I think I've enjoyed all the viewing experiences for the most part. You know, I mean, even funny enough, Action of the Tiger, even though it was like kind of the worst, we got to watch together, so it's kind of like
it was a pleasant. We watched Action of the Tiger together.
No, there's another one we watched together. I think what other ones we watched together.
I literally just did this.
Watched
Next Man. That's the one we watched together.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think we watched together. We recorded together.
No, because
except for
The Hill.
The Hill. Yes.
And this one, today's film, we watched separately, which we should probably get to because last week we spun the wheel and it provided us this film that we're going to talk about this week, which is
The Wind and the Lion.
1975's The Wind and the Lion, which, you know, in the wrong situations can kill somebody. But that's all we'll say of that. And
Exactly.
mention it nevermore. 1975's The Wind and the Lion, an American epic adventure film. Written and directed by John Milius, starring Sean Connery, Candace Bergen, Brian Keith, and John Huston. Film is loosely based on the real-life Pedicaris affair of 1904. So, oh wow, it was a true story.
I had a feeling it was, but didn't want to be.
Wow, he does look like Sean Connery. Oh wait, no, that's not. No, that's somebody else. I'm sorry. What does the Raisuni look like? He does not look like Sean Connery. Oh boy. Yeah, he does not look like Sean Connery.
But man, speaking of the next man, this is the second time Connery
has played an Arab.
Yeah, and I think
a Berber.
Yeah.
Excuse me. From Berbers.
Arabic.
Yeah. An ethnic group indigenous to the Maghreb region. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Anyway.
But yeah, so it's like second time. I feel like this was probably a better performance for that type of character because I know we mess around.
It was more fleshed out and Arab all around.
Because there were times where he did kind of attempt the accent, but very subtly.
Yes, I think it was less about the accent and more about the character.
The character too, yeah.
So let's get to that. He's playing a character named Mulai Ahmed El Raisuni. Yes. And what's it say his first name is? I'm sorry.
Ben.
Mulai. Yeah. Okay. Forgive me. Yeah. Mulai Ahmed El Raisuni. Yes. Sorry. Continue.
I forgot what I was saying.
Me too. So John Milius is one of the gang that hung out with Lucas and Coppola and I believe, right? Yep, and Scorsese, and he was with that group. He directed Red Dawn and Conan the Barbarian. I haven't seen any of his other films. Have you?
No, I think only probably. What's he done? Red Dawn, Conan.
I have seen. I mean, I've seen Apocalypse Now, which he wrote, but.
What's Texas Rangers?
From 2001. Count Your Bullets, an action western film starring James Van Der Beek, Ashton Kutcher, Alfred Molina, and Dylan McDermott, directed by Steve Miner of the Friday the 13th franchise.
Oh, didn't he also direct Halloween H2O?
Yes, he did.
Oof.
I love H2O. You don't like H2O?
I'm not crazy about H2O.
There's some good stuff in that movie.
Is that the one? That's
spoilers. She chops off his fucking head in the end.
That Busta Rhymes?
No, that's Resurrection.
LL Cool J?
Yes, that's
LL Cool J. Okay, yeah, that one's okay, I guess. Yeah, I'm a big Halloween fan. I like those originals, and I like the Rob Zombie ones. I don't know.
You like the Rob Zombie ones?
I like the first one. I think the first Rob Zombie one's fine.
I like the second one for being unique, but I'm never gonna watch either of them again.
Yeah, if you're gonna
watch,
do
you want my copies of the Rob Zombie Halloweens?
Sure,
I'll never watch them again.
I'll take them off your hands.
Like I'll rip them to my computer so I have backups, but I'll never watch them again.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna watch it. Did you like the newer ones?
Nicole and I saw the first one in theaters, and we enjoyed the theater-going experience, but we recognized it wasn't a great film, and upon rewatching it at home, we realized it's really not a good film. There's some good scares in it, for sure. Halloween Kills, we couldn't make it through at all. Like, we made it through about 20 minutes, and then just started. As soon as Anthony Michael Hall gives his dumb speech at an open mic, and isn't immediately kicked out for being the biggest fucking buzzkill in the place, we were like, oh, we're done with this. But Halloween Ends, I fucking love.
Haven't seen it yet.
It is so good. I'll loan you the DVD.
There we go.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, because I like,
It's also streaming.
Is this where's
on Peacock? If you have that one.
Oh, I have Peacock. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on there.
Oh, I'll watch it then.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Okay,
really good.
That makes me happy.
It suffers a bit because it falls back on. The franchise is stuck in Michael Myers territory.
Yeah.
And it falls back on that, where most of the film is like this really interesting growth beyond the franchise. And so it suffers because it falls back on what it knows. But it's like probably the third best Halloween film.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Halloween 3, and then Halloween.
Wow.
Ends. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely gotta watch that because I was kind of like,
it's pretty damn good. The kills in it are fantastic.
Because I was like, when I watched the last one, I was kind of like, I thought this is over,
Evil died tonight.
Yeah, but like now
So
it's
dumb.
like here again. It's like, so I'm okay. That makes me happy.
No, the characters talk like real people.
Okay, I like it then. Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
It's good. Honestly, you could just go Halloween 1 and then Halloween Ends. Like,
really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. You could totally do that.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know. I just didn't like. I don't know. We'll talk off air.
Everyone came here to hear us talk about Halloween.
Halloween.
Which, the AI has been feeding me. The algorithm has been feeding me. One second. I'm sorry. Keep talking. Tell us about the film we're doing today.
Oh God, The Wind and Lion. So yeah, what can I say about it? I don't want to get into crazy details yet, but
okay, I'm back.
Okay, there we go. Thank God.
Stop talking about Wind and the Lion.
Whew.
We're here to talk about Halloween.
I know. I couldn't stop talking about it.
So the algorithm has just been feeding me videos of the AI presidents ranking things. Keep running over my fucking cable here. Anyway, so now I'm thinking we need to do ranking videos. I think we should rank when we get to 20, we should rank the Connery films that we've seen.
I'm into it.
And then every 20 that we do, we re-rank them.
Okay. So at the end, we'll have like a full tier list of Connerys.
So, SC films. And I think we should do the Halloween films as well.
Sure.
And then the Bond films.
The Bonds, of course.
And then just the Connery Bonds.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome to Connery Curious, where we talk about Halloween. And today, we have been blessed by the Wheel of Curiosities to watch the film The Wind and the Lion. Yeah.
So yeah,
we keep every
we keep
step
starting
forward.
the podcast over.
All right. Previously on Connery Curious. Let's just get right into it.
Yeah, let's get to read the plot wiki, I guess, and
Yeah.
go through how long is it.
It's not bad. We'll do what we usually do. Rotten Tomatoes, tomato meter 63%, audience score 70%. I feel those are accurate.
Fair.
Yeah. Let's do the IMDb. Quick sentence. A Berber chieftain triggers an international incident, drawing the involvement of Theodore Roosevelt when he kidnaps an American widow and her children in 1900s Morocco. Okay. And now we'll get into the wiki. During 1904, Morocco is the source of conflict among the colonial powers of Germany, France, and the British Empire. Each nation is trying to establish a sphere of influence in that country. Mulai Ahmed El Raisuni is the leader of a band of Berber insurrectionists opposed to the young Sultan Abdelaziz and his uncle, the Basha of Tangier. The Basha is played by Pasha. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Nope. Forgive me. Usually in Wikipedia, it's got the brackets afterwards with the actor's name. Like, it would be like, the Mulai Ahmed El Raisuni Connery. Forgive me. Pasha is also Bashaw. Forgive me. That is my... As we've said before, this is Connery Curious, and we get curious about the movie in the podcast. Anyway, Raisuli? Is it Raisuni or Raisuli?
Raisuni, I believe. Close enough. Raisuni.
Known as Raisuli.
Oh.
Both. Okay. It's both of them. Raisuli considers the Bashaw to be corrupt and beholden to the Europeans. He kidnaps the American Eden Petikaris and her children, William and Jennifer, in a raid on their home. Sir Joshua Smith, a British friend of Eden's, is killed during the raid. Raisuli then issues an outrageous ransom demand, deliberately attempting to provoke an international incident in order to embarrass the Sultan and start a civil war. In the United States, President Theodore Roosevelt is seeking re-election. He decides to use the kidnapping as both political propaganda, coining the phrase, Petikaris alive or Raisuli dead, and as an effort to demonstrate America's military strength as a new great power, despite the protests of his cautious Secretary of State, John Hay.
Hey.
I'm your life. The American consul to Tangier, Samuel Gumier, is unable to negotiate a peaceful return of the hostages. In response, Roosevelt sends the South Atlantic Squadron under the command of Admiral French Ensor Chadwick to Tangier, either to retrieve Petikaris or to force the Sultan to accede to Raisuli's demands. Roosevelt finds himself gaining more and more respect for Raisuli, thinking him an honorable man who just happens to be his enemy. The Petikarises are kept as hostages in the Rif, far from any potential rescuers. Though her children seem to admire Raisuli, Eden finds him a brigand and a lout. The Petikarises attempt an escape, helped by one of Raisuli's men, but they are betrayed and given to a gang of desert brigands. Luckily, Raisuli has tracked them and kills the kidnappers with a rifle and sword. He reveals that he does not have any intention of harming the Petikarises and is merely bluffing. Eden and Raisuli come to develop a friendly relationship as Raisuli reveals his story, that he was once taken captive by his brother, the Bashaw, and kept in a dungeon for several years. All right, so that we're halfway through. Should we start talking about it and we'll come back to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you have for opening notes?
Opening notes. The titles. They just were over a static shot of a wooden panel.
Yeah.
Those titles could have been over the minute and a half of waves that were right after it.
Yeah, seriously.
That would have been more interesting title-wise, I think. How about you? Any notes on the intro?
I think I'm kind of sporadic here.
Yeah.
I talk a lot about camels in my notes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I was trying to think, was it Octopussy that had the
83?
That had the camel. Yeah, they jump on the little cart, right? And the camel does the turns his head and sees the car jumping.
I think so. I'd
think
have to
that's
rewatch
Octopussy.
it. I'd have to rewatch it.
But the camel in that does the same thing. You could do a lot of even I think Spy Who Loved Me. He goes to India or something.
He goes to Egypt in Spy Who Loved Me.
Egypt. Let's see. Everything must follow the wine. That's my first quote.
That was good. Start drinking.
And another movie that opens
I don't
with
drink.
not a drinker. Another movie that opens with a very violent and crazy invasion of a home.
Yes. I have a note on that. There is a horse, Daniel Craig, that just busts through a fence.
My favorite is the guy with the record horn on his head. I know it's a lampshade.
Yes,
I think it's a record horn. And you see him at one point, you see him wearing it at one point and walking around. But there's another shot where it's a wide shot of it. He's in the background, and one guy's going after the kid, and you see him in the background just swinging at nothing because he can't see because he has the stupid horn on his head. And man, Never seen like invaders like just riding their horse into the house.
That scene was insane and pretty scary too. And that man Joshua, what's his name? Sir Joshua Smith. He was mowing them down with his little gun, and I really like how when he runs out, he just goes, "Damn," and he's killed. You don't really see anybody die in this movie, but you see some real life horrible injuries in this movie. We'll get into that as we go. I have another note on that intro, on the home raid. Excuse me. Don't destroy. Redistribute. There's so many nice things in there. Like they're like wrecking food and such. Like no, redistribute the stuff. Don't destroy it. Same thing happened during Dark Knight Rises. They're just like bringing the rich people out of the building and dragging them and destroying all their stuff. It's like,
oh yeah,
no. Redistribute. Instead of one person having 1,000 nice things, you give 1,000 people a nice thing.
But I want to be evil.
Or you give 500 people 2 nice things. You know. Anyway. Any other notes on the home invasion?
I think that's where I got my first note about horses. Probably the worst horse actors ever, because we had like that.
Not the worst horse actors. I'd say it's the horse actors that are treated the worst.
Probably. But like you have the like shots of like probably the worst horse handlers.
These are the best horse actors, if anything.
You think so?
Do you see the shit that they're going through in this movie? Yeah. One of my notes is these poor horses. These horses are taking tumbles left and right. It's ridiculous.
But I was saying for like
and tumbling over people.
But some of the like simple conversation shots where like the
Did you just say conversation?
Conversation shot. There's like one like I guess they meant to do it like in Connery's intro, which is like
when the horse goes crazy and they laugh at him. Yeah, that's on purpose.
So that's on purpose. But then it happens again when
she's on the horse.
She gets on the horse.
But again, it's not. I think it's because it's not her horse, and within like 30 seconds, she's got that thing locked in and tamed.
I just looked at it differently because I'm kind of like, it looked sloppy to me for some reason.
Well, I took it as everybody's just jumping on everyone else's horse.
Yeah.
And the horses are just like, who are you? Give me 30 seconds to adjust to you.
Yeah.
I don't know horses.
And then there was that weird...
But these poor horses, literally what I wrote, they take a fucking beating in this movie.
They do.
Sorry, what were you saying?
They do. And on the conversation of like that same scene when they're going after, I forgot her name.
Petikaris. Eden Petikaris.
Where they hit her with the butt of the rifle and she sells it in the weirdest way where she's kind of like, oh, but like walks away. Did you notice that?
When was this? During the home invasion?
Yeah, it was like moments before we see Connery. We can pull it up if you want.
Oh yeah, let's pull it up.
I just thought it was a very awkward sell. Sorry, I'm talking wrestling terms. She sold it weird. So see the guy is just kind of like
he's on the horse wearing the record horn, just swinging at nothing. That's beautiful.
I think it's before this. She's like in the woods.
The taking of the daughter is pretty scary. Like it's just very scary. The whole thing is scary, but it's actually like before she gets on the horse. Oh, okay. The bottle is shot out of her hands. Yeah, no, and then they just grab her. I don't...
That's probably before that or after? Like, she gets... Oh. I remember she's like in the woods. Not in the woods, but like in the garden. Oh, right around here. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't her. It was another girl. Yeah, so go back before that. Lamar, right here. Oh, it's like a maid.
Yes, it's the maid. Yes, she gets hit.
But look, it's just the weirdest. She just kind of keeps walking.
Oh my lord! Oh, that's
like
beautiful.
Look, she gets tapped. Boom. Boink. And just walks off.
Even he's laughing at it. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
So sorry, my mistake. It was one of the maids.
No, it's okay. And this is really creepy where he's like trying to get the girl to come out of the hole here. But you don't know that they have no intention of actually hurting this family. They're just brutally slaughtering everyone else.
Yeah.
But you notice he only bumps the maid on the head and she does walk off. I think that is kind of on purpose to show they don't kill women or children.
Yeah, that's very true.
They only killed Sir Joshua Smith. So, I don't know. I did not notice that, though.
Yeah,
so
that was an interesting little take. Like, it's a weird cell.
Walks away like C-3PO. or Father from the Avengers.
Yes.
All right, so that, the band of Berbers captures Eden Petikaris and her children, William and Jennifer, and they are taken to Sean Connery, who we first see at 8:37, but we don't see his face until 8:50. And he looks like Jafar.
My favorite mustache so far.
Yes.
The little
With
curly
the curls.
cues.
Oh, it's good. It's a good mustache. Did you think he looked like Jafar as well?
I did.
Yeah.
I was like Jafar or like, he looked like somebody else. I couldn't think of it.
Because it's the red and black. Like the kind of
if he had the
maroonish.
hat and just had like a parrot, it would be hilarious. He would have been a good Jafar. But anyways.
Yeah, it would have been
Who voiced Jafar in the cartoon? I feel like I should know that. Was it Ben Kingsley? No, not Ben Kingsley. I wanted Ben Kingsley to play live action Jafar. The guy they got for live action one was bogus.
I heard everyone thought he was hot.
Yeah, Jafar is supposed to be hot.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, Ben Kingsley's hot. That's who's the voice.
Voiced by Jonathan Freeman.
Jonathan Freeman. Yeah. Oh, okay. Just saying, Ben Kingsley would have been great.
Jafar. Iago. Anyway, okay. Then he
so we see
can't
Connery.
ride the horse.
Can't ride it. And he doesn't like when people laugh at him.
No, and then when he spanks the horse, I'm gonna line that clip up with "Dink man talk." And also, he really sucks in the beginning of this movie. We are made to not like him. It's not that he's a bad character, but we are made not to like him.
Right.
Because he's like, you can't laugh at me. I'm embarrassed that I can't ride this horse, but I'm going to be a toxic man about it.
Yep.
And I use people as chairs and ladders and shit.
Yeah, the first one he like jumped.
There are so many like just slave, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Like people just used as objects and chairs and
the guys holding the
two guys holding the table.
Table up.
Like, I wrote that man table. Fuck the Sultan, by the way. That is literally my next note, actually. Man table. Fuck the Sultan. Fuck the Sultan. The Sultan is like I can't stand him. The machine gun is broken. It's like just firing. And all the servants just duck to the side because they know, like, I'm about to die if I'm in the way of this. Because he's just firing a machine gun down a lane. And everyone's like taking headers. They're playing bike polo, which actually looks kind of fun. One person's on a unicycle.
Yeah.
But they're just taking spills all over each other.
Just crashing through each other like jackass.
So many people get injured in this movie. Which I have more to talk about on that. Speed ramping is another note. You notice how much speed ramping is in this movie?
Yeah.
Little stuff like speeding by 10, 15%. But you notice it. Like when he gets on the horse.
Yeah.
When Connery first gets on that horse.
I did notice that, yeah.
My next note is an American wind. A fart. Yeah, that's during the meeting of the overactors, as I call it. You know what I'm referring to?
Which scene?
It's this. Let me pull it up here. Oh, I really like Theodore Roosevelt's
Dude,
birthday.
Theodore Roosevelt, the
That was
best
great.
on-screen Roosevelt. Next
Indeed,
to
this scene here, where these
the cigars
these two
and everything.
military men are discussing things with these two businessmen, and they're planning on starting a world war. They're fully down for starting a world war. Right here. Gumair Chadwick and his aide, Marine Captain Jerome, tire of the Sultan's perfidy. What does that word mean? We're learning things here on the Connery Curious podcast. Perfidy, deceitfulness, untrustworthiness. Oh, that sounds like the exact opposite of Nacho Man Dandelion.
What a guy.
Anyway, they tire of the Sultan's perfidy, and the meddling of the European powers. They decide to engage in military intervention to force a negotiation by seizing the actual seat of power, the Bashaw's palace in Tangier.
The Bashaw.
So it's this scene here where they are deciding that, and all four of these men are the biggest overactors. Listen to his delightful overacting here.
I must remind you, sir, that I was at Santiago Bay when this president was running up San Juan Hill. Afraid we'll have to do more than just look good this time.
Well, what did you have in mind exactly? Military intervention. You realize, of course, that if we fail in this in even the slightest way, we'll all be killed.
Yes. And the whole world will probably go to war.
Gentlemen, if we fail and are killed, I certainly hope that the world does go to war.
World at war.
And that would be something to go out on.
Who is this boy? And then the young one is like smoking a cigar with his mouth like twisted like the fucking ring. Anyway, so yeah, I call that the meeting of the overactors. And Little William Badass is my next note, where the kid just bashes the dude in the head with the butt of the rifle as the Petticaruses are making their escape. Little William Badass, as they're escaping in the day for night shot. What else you got? You got any other notes?
So I had my Bashaw Bond connection, because Bashaw is the guy who plays chess at the intro of Rush with Love.
Really?
That's him.
Oh my God!
Look, if you look at his picture on IMDb, I looked at him like I recognize him.
Vladek Shebal. Oh my God! It is him.
And then we see chess later in the movie where he asked, "Do you play checkers?" I play chess. Even better. So you got a nice little Rush with Love connection.
Oh, he was friends with Connery.
Look at that.
Wow.
I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, I see it because he had a beard. I'm like, he looks so familiar. I'm like, I think I saw him in a Bond movie, but I'm like, am I crazy? And then I look it up. I'm like, yeah, sure enough, that's him.
Huh. That's awesome.
That's your first Bond connection.
Look at that. And directly with Connery.
Look at that. If Rush with Love was 62?
Huh. Yes, From Russia with Love was 62. Forgive me. That's awesome. That's a good catch on that, Mario.
Thank you.
Did you just see it in his face?
Yeah, I was looking at him. Even if you go find his first scene when they were walking into the palace.
Yes.
I'm like, I've seen him somewhere before, and I had the same thing with who's the American that goes to talk to the Sultan on the carriage.
It's this fellow here. It is Gumair.
There we go. And there's one scene, he looked to me like...
he's got a bit of a Ewan McGregor look to him.
Ewan McGregor and like... I forgot what it was. He looked like someone from... I can't forget who I made the connection with. I think he looked like someone from like... What was it, like a Marvel movie or something? I was like, he looks so familiar. I was wondering if he was related to somebody. What's the actor's name?
Jeffrey Lewis. Is that him? That's not him, is it?
I had tough time looking for him. I couldn't tell which one was him in the credits here.
So my next note is these poor horses, because Yeah, we got to discuss that. The violence against horses in this movie is so pointless. To film war and battle scenes and to inflict the level of violence on these horses, which in turn inflicts a level of violence on the people riding the horses, because people are being crushed by these horses. And the horses are fucking taking tumbles right over them. And it's...
And some of them are fucking big horses, too, so you can imagine.
And, like, bashing into each other, too. There's one where Connery just, like, runs his horse right into somebody else. And it's pointless. And at this, I in no way endorse war in any way, right?
Yeah.
But at least war has a goal in mind. Like, people fighting a war have something they're trying to accomplish, which may better their lives in some way. This is a movie. This is a film with a 70% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The amount of horses that were injured and probably died for this film is kind of needless. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's like, I think we talked about that even in the Bond movies, where I think it was Thunderball. There's like actual sharks being killed.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary, It's like, I mean, I don't want to say I understand, but it's just like, like you had to do what you had to do to make a film, but it's like there's other ways to, like,
you didn't have to write that.
Yeah, it's like you could do other stuff. Like, you're like, oh, we're basing this on like a true story. I'm like, yeah, but let's not fuck up horses for a shot.
Yeah.
It just. It was really weird.
And for a lot of shots.
Yeah, so.
And you could also, speaking of Thunderball, you could also cut this with the horse jumping from Never Say Never Again.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, Connery almost stabs his horse. Do you notice that at one point? He draws his sword and he, like, kind of loses it, and it swings the other way and it almost stabs the horse.
Oh, I don't even
Granted, I'm sure they were rubber swords or plastic or whatever, but...
Yeah, Jesus. Close casualties.
There's a squib where blood gets on the camera, and I love that. That was my only heart in the notes, I will say.
Really?
Yes. Candace Bergen, Candace Murderin.
Oh, yeah.
She does some murdering.
I think my only heart was for the camels. Because there's one funny scene. It's when Connery and the gang, they go up to drink from the well. I forgot where. They want to go like to a well to
and
drink.
they squeeze it from a bag.
Yeah, but it just made me laugh because it's a shot of like people getting down and kneeling, and then it cuts to a shot of a bunch of camels like laying down, but they're all getting up. And I put disrespectful camels, protesting like we're not gonna kneel for Connery.
I think I was so distracted by the horses that I didn't even see the camels.
The camels make me laugh. It's like I don't know where exactly. It's like early in the movie, but it made me laugh. So what a great shot.
Camels are awesome.
I love camels. They're cute. So that's in there.
Head chop. There's a lot of head chopping in this movie. Connery cuts off some heads.
But really weird cuts.
Yes. Well, I mean, you got to have some really weird cuts to get the head off.
I see what you did there.
But yeah, they cut away and frame it interestingly. Like,
yeah,
I like
they had like someone's shoulder in a way, and you see the head.
And it rolls from behind them, so clearly somebody was behind that and dropped it. I liked that. That was good.
Yeah, well, I definitely seen it done better, but do what you gotta do.
I did. I liked it
because every like big slash, like even some slashes of like guys getting like someone got like a sword to the shoulder, and they right as the impact happened, they cut away.
Yeah,
and it's like. I understand. You don't have your special effects budget up or something, whatever.
So there's 4 people that disrespect his trees and his well, which he is the voice of God, so they're God's trees and God's well. And 4 people, so he kills 2 of them so that the other 2 will stay in line. So he's a hard man.
He is.
But we come to see his heart.
Yeah, it's weirdly, as always, weirdly charming.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Brian Keith a little bit as
yes,
Teddy
yes,
Roosevelt.
you had said that, and forgive me, we were bouncing between these. Yeah, definitely. I think the best Theodore Roosevelt I've ever seen. I haven't seen many. Well, Robin Williams in The Night at the Museum.
Yeah, that's the thing. 'Cause I wonder if like this was like a big influence on him because like there's that one scene when they're like he gets off the horse and he has the exact like outfit that Robin like wears in the movie, and so I was like, that's probably the
Theodore
best.
Roosevelt like.
But he looks just like him. It's crazy. I love the whole bear story of like, you know.
That's the only time he played him, I guess. Yeah, that was really good. The whole plot of Roosevelt was really good.
Yeah.
And comparing America to the bear, strong and courageous and a bit too reckless for its own good.
Yeah, I hate that pose there. You have to have it be big and strong and gets on the table and he demonstrates.
So it's the three scenes that kind of connect that. There's the hunting of the bear. I really like that scene at the hunting camp. That was a really good scene.
Yeah.
Really just a nice scene of just chilling, talking with him under the tree. And then yeah, the scene at his birthday scene where he gets up on the table and on the desk and do the growl again, Papa. He's like, you like that, huh?
Do the roar.
He's just a dad.
Yeah, I mean, Teddy Roosevelt is the most badass fucking president of all time.
Yeah.
He's a boxer and shit.
And
showed him,
and that's because he says he goes blind. He went blind in one of his eyes because he was boxing, and I looked it up. It's true.
Yeah, it's pictures of him and shit too, like of him. I was trying to find if there's a picture of him doing the roar. Someone took a picture of it. Like, it'd be funny if I could find the real one.
I wonder if it exists.
Yeah, the bear. I'm pretty sure the bear exists.
And I like that was the third scene to wrap that up. Is him seeing the stuffed bear. It's in the pose that makes him happy and proud. And
a part of me wanted to unveil. He looks at it. I hate it.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Well, he says, I just want to be left alone with my bear. And then my note was Teddy Roosevelt naked with the bear, like dancing. Like he's dancing while the bear just exists and he's naked. And it's like disco lights are going off.
But that was like really, that was a fucking...
But no music is playing.
Oh, can we talk about that? Okay, so he's reading the note from Connery. Did you notice the last shot with like them talking? It's him and like we lost everything.
On the horses.
The laugh. It's them laughing.
It's Sword of the Valiant laugh.
It's the Sword of Valiant laugh.
I wrote that. That's my last note.
That's my last note too. At the Sword of Valiant laugh. I heard that laugh so often that I know it anywhere.
It's literally
with the same like effects on it. Like they like literally ripped it from Sword of Valiant. I was like, yes.
Well, no, I'm guessing it's just his laugh because Sword of the Valiant was.
No, listen to his side bite.
It is the same laugh, but it's Connery's laugh that's the same. It's not. I don't think they pulled that audio for 83's Sword of the Valiant.
It's the same. It's the same.
He goes for longer in Sword of the Valiant.
Maybe. I like to believe it. Sword of the Valiant.
Well, I'm gonna punch it in so that we can hear both.
Is there not one thing in your life that was worth losing everything for?
Where life is gladness, emptiness.
It's
damn close.
That made me laugh. That was my most rewinded part of the movie was that. Like, that's the laugh. I swear to God.
So good. Shall we? Let's keep going.
Let's do it. What's left? Yeah, just read the rest of the plot.
Yeah, we got 2 paragraphs. Jerome's company of Marines, supported by a detachment of sailors, marched through the streets of Tangier, much to the surprise of the European legations, whose forces are with the Sultan at distant Fez.
Son of a bitch!
They overwhelm the Bashaw's palace guard, taking the Bashaw hostage and forcing him to negotiate. Under coercion, the Bashaw finally agrees to accede to the Rasuli's demands, but during a hostage exchange, Rasuli is betrayed and captured by German and Moroccan troops under the command of von Rorkel. Jerome and a small contingent of Marines are present to secure Petikaris and her children. Rasuli's friend the sheriff of Wazan organizes the Berber tribe for an attack on the Europeans and Moroccans, while Eden suddenly attacks Jerome. She convinces him and his men at gunpoint to rescue Raisuli to uphold the word of President Roosevelt that Raisuli will be unharmed if the Petikaris family are returned safely. A three-way battle ensues in which the Berbers and Americans team up to defeat the Germans and their Moroccan allies, rescuing Raisuli in the process. In the United States, Roosevelt is cheered for this great victory, and the Petikarises arrive safely back in Tangier. Later, Roosevelt reads a letter he received from Raisuli comparing the two men.
To Theodore Roosevelt. You are like the wind, and I like the lion. You form the tempest, the sand stings my eyes, and the ground is parched. I roar in defiance, but you do not hear. But between us there is a difference. I, like the lion, must remain in my place, while you, like the wind, will never know yours. Muley Ahmed Mohammed El Raisuli the Magnificent, Lord of the Rif, Sultan to the Berbers.
Alrighty, that's it. That's the summary.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's when you get, he said the thing, the lion and the wind.
No, sorry, what? What did he say?
Did he say the lion and the wind, or the wind and the lion?
Yeah, he said the title of the movie.
Yeah. Did I say it backwards?
Yeah.
Sorry. You. Me, like the Titanic, and you, like Detective Poirot.
You like potato, and I like potato. Peace, love, and
potatoes.
All right, so let's go through our notes from there.
Yeah, the other night I got scattered notes.
So when his friend betrays him, quote unquote, I thought it was a betrayal, but then it turned out to be like a fake betrayal, right?
Mm-hmm.
He slaps the horse. Did you notice that? He's like, "Let's get out of here," and he slaps the horse. Like, not cool, dude. Not cool.
And he slaps what's the name at the Eden at the beginning of the movie when they first meet. Never laugh at me.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Well, no, that's Connery doing it. But This is his friend slapping the horse. Right. Either way, slaps aren't cool. Nobody should slap anybody
unless they ask.
Do you want a different chair?
No.
Okay.
Just stretch me.
So while the Petikarises are with the American military, William falls asleep to dream of a clip show of the movie.
As you do.
Like, yeah, wow, this kid dreams in perfect cinemascope, like exactly the way we've already seen everything. And then he is awoken by Bob Dylan.
Nice.
So Eden Petikaris takes the little knife that little William has gotten. I like that scene where William is showing his sister Jennifer the knife.
Yeah.
That was kind of awesome.
That reminded me of talking about earlier. Action of the Tiger, of the kid with the gun.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like to get the kid with the sword, knife.
Though it is kind of sad because he's like falling for it. He's like, they're gonna teach us how to be criminals.
Can't wait to be a criminal.
Yeah, he's kind of falling for it. Though it is a good scene.
You're right.
And his sister's just kind of loving what her big brother is doing, as siblings do. Okay, so Eden takes that knife and holds, what's his name? Jerome hostage at knife point. She says, "Everyone, give the kids your guns." that can't go wrong. And then Jerome says, she's like, "We're gonna go rescue the Raisuli," and Jerome's like, "Well, why didn't you? We'll just go help you. Everyone, give the guns back to everyone." I just wanted to get everyone gets the gun back and the gun's back, and then all of a sudden Jerome's like, "Psych, get back down! You fell for it that easily? Come on!"
Well done.
Horse violence. Okay, so this and The Man Who Would Be King both have a wild-eyed, smiling, mad Connery in a turban.
Yep.
If only for one scene in Man Who Would Be King, the town square where he's playing like the mad priest's assistant. Well, I guess he's wearing a turban more than once in that movie.
Yeah, because
I have to rewatch it. It was 16
Yeah, because they
weeks ago.
disguise themselves to get over the border or something like that, right? And
Yeah.
he looks just like his character in this movie.
Yeah.
So it's that's what reminded me of that too. I'm like, holy shit.
This was filmed right before Man Who Would Be King.
Well, look at that. They're like, let's keep the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Shit.
Keep the mustache. Lightsabers, please. Please, lightsabers. And these ones will be curved.
Curved lightsaber, that'd be fucking sick.
Yeah.
Have they ever done that before? Wow.
Only the Dooku curved handle. But I don't know. Are there curved lightsabers? You've seen more Star Wars media than I have.
Yeah, you're little bladed.
Let's go here.
Because they had that really cool Star Wars anime thing that came out. They had like different styles of anime. Do like curved blade lightsaber.
Sickle blade lightsaber. Whoa.
Holy shit! Look at that.
Wielded by Darth Lord Noctis, or Sith Lord Darth Noctis.
So that's deep cuts.
That looks dope.
Look at that! Fucking wrap somebody around that and pull you in.
Huh. That's trippy. That's trippy. Anyway, Star Wars. Yeah, that would be cool to see curved lightsabers on horses. Because he fights the is it the German officer on with swords on horses? Excuse me. Yes, this right here.
Oh hell yeah!
He's running through the streets, just hacking people.
And this could be your 007 moment.
Yes,
but
with the 007 theme. And
only because there was music on it, I also said hour 18. If you go to hour
1 hour 18 minutes. I also like how the German officer on the horse here puts his gun away and takes out his sword. He's clearly got the advantage with the gun. So an hour 18. Oh yeah, this for sure.
Yeah, right around here was your good 007 theme as well.
As Jerome's squad is ambushing the palace. Dun, dun. Yes, you are correct. That is where that would be 100%. Also, when it comes to the music in this movie, Jerry Goldsmith does the music.
What's he done?
It's some of the great music of all time. Great film music of all time. Let's pull up. Let's see if we can just get a list. Okay. Holy cow. Patton, Planet of the Apes.
Oh wow.
Tora, Escape from the Planet of the Apes. The Wind and the Lion. Alien. Star Trek The Motion Picture. Poltergeist, The Secret of Nim. First Blood, Psycho 2. Twilight Zone, the movie. Supergirl, Gremlins. Rambo 2. Poltergeist 2. Star Trek The Next Gen. The Theme. Total Recall. Yeah, Alienation. Oh, it was rejected. Star Trek 5. Gremlins 2. Not Without My Daughter. Super Mario's, he did a rejected score. Rudy, Dennis the Menace.
Oh no, the Super Mario Brothers with what's his name?
Chris Pratt or Bob Hoskins.
Chris Pratt even did it in the 90s. Good lord.
Star Trek First Contact. The Mummy, The 13th Warrior, Hollow Man.
Wow, he's done a lot.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes back in action.
Yeah, his last one was Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a way to go.
Well, his last one was really Timeline, but it was rejected. Man, imagine you reject a Jerry Goldsmith score and then he dies. It's like, oh boy.
Imagine your last movie was a Looney Tunes movie.
Hey, maybe it made him happy.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. I'll rewatch it. I'll have a new appreciation for it now.
I need to rewatch. Well, not rewatch it. I'm sorry. I've never seen it. I need to watch it.
I think I've seen it, but like I just don't remember it at all.
So yeah, Jerry Goldsmith did the score, and my note on that is the triangle player sure was happy that day. He got a lot to do. Teddy Roosevelt naked with the bear. The ending laugh is sort of the Valiant. All right, my last note, my actual last note, is that the cinematographer's name is Billy Williams.
Wow.
Yeah. And he
Middle
is
name
also
Daniel?
maybe. He also plays Sir Joshua Smith. That's him at the beginning that dies with the gun. That's the cinematographer of the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a cool little cameo
Right?
for you.
Yeah, British cinematographer.
Wow.
Can we pause for a Connor P?
Do it.
Awesome. Okay. So I did actually have a couple of other notes. There's 2 instances. Oh, I'm sorry. There's one instance. Yeah. Yeah. There's one quote I want to pull out, and it's Connery saying, "This is the riff." I'm sorry. This is the riff. And then he shows you how to play Master of Puppets or something.
This is the riff.
Yes. Hold on. That was AC/DC.
I put that on a song.
Yeah, why not?
Hell yeah.
Take that out as a sample. So yeah, I think that covers all my notes for this movie.
Yeah, mine's already covered
Yeah.
too. So I
Get
guess
into the rankings.
Let's do it. Yeah, this has been the
Wind and the Lion.
Wind and the Lion. So that brings us, ladies and gentlemen, to our next section, which you guys know if you guys have been here before. If this is your first episode, again, God bless you. But we like to take the film, give it a nice score. We also like to score the performance of Connery. Also, if the SHs in his voice, and cover a newer ranking, the sexy rating.
Yes.
Of Connery.
Thank you for covering that as I fumble with my microphone arm here. This thing is really terrible. I gotta get a new one.
Yeah, I have the same one that I threw in the garbage.
Oh, that's terrible.
They just go out quickly.
It's terrible. Oh my lord.
For those at home, this is the part of the show where we rate our film.
Forgive me, I'm fumbling with the new microphone stand.
Please don't fumble with that one.
So it's a little more. Well, okay. So this one is just a freestanding microphone stand, as opposed to the one that was It was connected to my desk. So now I can look directly at you.
Look at that.
And move it this way because I'm going to need to edit the spreadsheet. Because as you were saying, it's time
to rate our film, rate our Connery performance, rate our Connery sexy rating, and does the SH.
All right, so let's start with that one. Mario does the SH in that movie, and by that we mean when he says the letter S, is it followed by a big H? The letter when he says any word that has the letter S.
I feel like it's not too heavy, so I think it's like a 5.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
So it gives an average of 6. I think it's pretty thick.
I think so. There's ones where I really notice it. I probably just didn't notice, but I think 'cause I'm so used to him. I don't know. But there's a few ones with actual H's in the word that he hits that H hard, you know. So yeah, I agree with that.
It was about 2/3 of the way through the movie that I really started listening to his speech and when he had S in things. All right, so you gave a 5, I gave a 7, average is 6.
Beautiful.
Now we move on to our sexy rating. What are you giving it? And this is both Sean Connery and the film as a whole, I think.
I mean, he's definitely not sexy in the way he treats people.
No.
I'm not into that.
No.
But if we're going by looks, he's not even that sexy. I mean, him and his, like, sleepwear, his, like, white outfit he had for a moment, a little sexy.
His You Only Live Twice sleepwear.
Yeah, basically. I'm going to give him a 6.
6? I'm going to give him a 3.5. It
Wow.
was going to be a 2.5, but then he was shirtless and hanging upside down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. All right, I'm bringing it down to a 4.
You sure? You don't have to do that.
Yeah, no, I forgot about that. That was gross.
Well, no, I'm saying that added to the sexy. Seeing him with his shirt off always adds to the sexy.
I don't know.
I just thought it wasn't a very sexy film. Candace Bergen is beautiful, but nobody's sexy in this movie. There's no sexiness in this film. Like, even Connery is not trying to turn himself on to anyone, you know?
But he's still so charming somehow.
He is very charming. He's very charming, but I think charming and sexiness can be separated.
Yeah. So, okay.
All right, so movie or Sean?
Let's go movie first.
Movie first. We usually go movie first. Yeah. All right, what are you giving this, Mario? Out of 10.
I didn't think about this, actually, funny enough.
You want me to do mine?
Yeah, you go first.
I'm leaning to an 8. So 7.75 if I have to divide it like that. But I'm going to lean towards an 8.
I think I was thinking a 7, but I just want to, like, think a little more. But, like, yeah, I think a 7. A solid 7.
Okay, that puts us at 7.5, which kind of fulfills my rating, too.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, because it's a good film. It's a really good film.
Yeah, it deserves the rating we talked about in Tomatoes. I agree with that rating.
As an achievement of human cinematography, it's pretty damn good.
Good looking movie. It's a great looking movie.
Everyone is very good in the movie. The violence against horses I cannot condone.
Right.
And there were some times where it was kind of losing me.
Yeah.
I wasn't fully engaged the entire time. Maybe it's like a thick political plot that gets lost amongst horse violence.
Yeah, I got lost in some of the battle scenes, which is usually your kind of shtick, where it's like you're not into those big battles. I kind of got lost in, like, this one's on the screen right now. Like, I was kind of like, okay.
The only scene I 1.5'd through was when Raisuli is going to bring the Pedicarises to the German camp.
Right.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. I had the cat.
Mia? Yes, she's running up the walls. But he's like, I'm sitting around. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna bring her to the camp. And it's like 1,000 horses file out, and it's goes for about 4 minutes. So I 1.5 through that.
They definitely hit their horse budget in this movie.
Yeah. I think there must have been a tax break for the amount of horses used.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah. So
yeah.
I think it's a fair rating.
7.5. All right, what are we giving Sean?
You go first on this one.
Okay, I'm going to give him a 9. He's really good in this. He's good. He cares about the character. He cares about what he's doing. The character, the choice of actor, again, is kind of questionable. But like in The Next Man, it doesn't stop him from being a really good actor.
Yeah, so it's interesting. But yeah, looking at it against the Last Man.
Next Man.
Next Man, sorry.
Did I say The Last Man?
Did you? You might have.
Well,
someone check the tape.
In The Next Man.
The Next Man.
He's also playing an Arab, but it doesn't affect his performance in any way. He's still very good.
Yeah, and seeing him play, but I feel like, him as an Arab character in this as well, I felt like this delivered better.
Yes.
Then again, I think it's like the next man's issue is the quality. That's why.
That's not the film's fault.
I know. Well,
that's time and distribution's fault.
Yeah, so that's just, for me. That just
and also he's playing two different characters. In Next Man, he's playing a politician. In this, he's playing a pirate.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna I'm probably gonna hit him with a 9 too because it was a really good. It's originally an 8, but like I think I'm gonna hit him with a 9 too. Great mustache.
Yes, great mustache.
And I just think he's just like I know he's not supposed to be cool, but he's just a cool looking character. It's like I want an action figure of his character. You know what I mean?
Yes, I also want an action figure.
It's like Han Solo. Like he looks cool.
Sean Connery as Jafar.
Yeah, that's for me the Jafar costume. But yeah, I give him it's like a 9.
All right, I agree. That's we agreed on that one. Of the 4, we agree that he is damn good in this movie.
We tend to be on the same wavelength for Connery's performance,
or at least pretty close.
Almost, at least. Not like completely off the charts, but.
Well, yeah. So for backtracking, we both gave him a 10 in Murder on the Orient Express.
Yes.
We both gave him a 9 in Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
We both gave him a 7.5 in Sword of the Valiant. We both gave him an 8 in Shalico. We both gave him a 2 in Action of the Tiger.
Oh, yeah.
Longest Day, quite a discrepancy, 7.5 to 10. We both gave him a 9 in First Night. And another slight discrepancy of you gave him a 4 in Avengers and I gave him a 2.5. But for the most part, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
What's our biggest divide film-wise? There's Mia. You're going crazy again.
The fire trucks are on our side, by the way, guys.
Yes, it's not. Don't worry. No fire trucks chasing you. So we haven't really had any big splits film-wise. And as we were saying before, we only recently added the SH and the sexy rating. So I think we're going to do a little mini episode where we go back and fill those in retrospectively.
That would have been a great Valentine's Day episode.
That would be
sexy,
yeah.
but we dismissed it. So we'll think of something. Like the summer is upon us.
Summer of love.
So summer of love, and it's the time to take your shirt off and go to the beach. So let's talk about Connor taking his shirt off in movies.
I mean, ideally, all we need is an extra 15 minutes to go back through these. I think.
Yeah. Yes, we'll do that.
Okay. So that's our 4 ratings, which means I think it's time for the thing that we do. Let me pull that up.
Being
every time you spin that wheel, we do.
We go to wheelofnames.com where we built our amazing Wheel of Curiosities, which you guys actually got to see on Instagram. We showed our spin of Goldfinger, so you guys get to see what the wheel actually looks like every week. It's really fun.
But did I spin it last week? I think I did. I think I was the one.
We're together, so we should always spin it together.
Yeah, just click it together. Okay. All right, so I'm shuffling 100 times as I normally do.
The films that are taken off that are...
Yep, I just took off The Wind and the Lion because it seems to have a bad habit of restoring the film that we just got.
All right.
All righty, so I think it's time, Mario.
What do you want to hit?
What do I want? I think that's irrelevant because we still have 60-odd films. But... I know I cut us off for another Bond, so I'm not really feeling another Bond right now. I could go for Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, I want older Bond. I want old Bond, old Connery.
Yeah. I could go for Hunt for Red October or Last Crusade, or
I really want to see that Matthew Broderick movie,
Family Business.
I want to see that because I've never seen it.
So. That'll be our third Connery Lumet film.
Yeah,
because that's the last one Sidney Lumet directed with Connery.
Maybe. So let's see. All right, so.
Alrighty, it is time. Let me just get the mouse in the right position there. It is time, Mario, to spin the Wheel of Curiosities. Not looking. my God. Oh my God. It seems to happen when we're together.
So guys, we just hit
Doctor
No.
No.
Yes.
We did. Yes, we did, Mark.
Oh no,
we did.
Yes,
we did.
We did hit Dr. No.
Dr. No, 1962's James Bond spy classic. Dr.
Sean Connery's
No.
first entrance.
The first James Bond film.
Look at this.
I'm not debating this one.
Okay.
This is. You Only Live Twice. That was that. Or no, The Hill was the accidental spin, but we counted it because we made the determination when the wheel spins, it is the spin, unless we come across a film that we can't find.
Right.
Other than that, there are no exceptions. So I apologize a couple episodes back because you accidentally clicked it. It landed on The Hill. We waffled about for a little bit. You spun again. It got You Only Live Twice, and I'm like, no, we got to go with the first spin. And I fucking love The Hill. And I could tell you were a little disappointed, but I think we were surprised by. I think
this makes up for it.
This makes up for it. I think
Dr. No,
especially because Dr. No is better than You Only Live Twice.
I agree. Well, I am interested to see it again because it's like one of those where it's like, it's good, but like it's like we'll talk about it in the episode. It's like it's kind of getting into what Bond movies are because it didn't have the traditional stuff like the gun barrel. It had the gun barrel, but like it wasn't like
none of it's been established yet.
So it's like it's cool to revisit that again, and it's his first time as Bond. So hell yeah, Dr. No.
So Goldfinger was 13. Dr. No is going to be episode number 17.
0017.
Yeah. So if that continues, then we have 21, 25, 29, 33. And 37. I would not be cool with that because it wipes out all the Bonds too quickly.
Yeah.
Like I think I hope that this is our last Bond for a little bit. Only so we don't burn ourselves out.
And you can cut this out if you have to. Do you have a guess for this?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's right. We're just talking about all this shit.
Should we just announce it?
Let's announce it right now.
Yeah. All right. So looks like this is going to be our first episode with a guest.
Finally.
Yeah.
We get to talk to somebody. I love talking to you. I want to talk to somebody else too.
Yeah.
So
now, should we spoil it? Yes, or we should just we'll leave it as a surprise, I think.
We'll leave it as a surprise because it's we have to call our guest and double check that they are available.
Yes.
So whether or not we'll see if recording needs to be delayed or whatnot, but you guys won't even see a delay because
it'll be on regular schedule, regular Sunday release.
This podcast was recorded 2 years ago.
Yes, exactly. 1923 was when this one was from.
COVID didn't even happen yet.
Exactly. I was still dealing with the regular plague.
Plague's polio. So our first guested
our
movie,
first guest episode
with Bond. So
yeah,
can't wait. So yeah, we'll keep locked on the social medias. We'll be advertising who that guest will be, and yeah. I guess with that being said,
well, and we always say you can find Dr. No. I guarantee your library will have.
Yes.
Maybe not. Maybe they won't. I can't guarantee. But it's a relatively popular and well-known film. A lot of libraries carry it.
And the Bonds
every town that I've lived in, their libraries carried Dr. No.
Yeah, so you'll definitely find it there, and you can easily rent it on Prime, I believe, but like the Bonds are bouncing around. They're right now on.
Let's do a search like we normally do.
Yeah,
that's one of the.
I want to say Paramount Plus for sure. Paramount Plus.
Just watch and Dr. No. Dr. No is streaming on HBO Max.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh yeah, well, it's on HBO Max right now, as well as available for rent and purchase on all your normal streaming services.
Well, there you go. Walk, don't run to see Dr. No.
Oh, this is awesome, Mario.
Yeah, this is it, man.
This is awesome. Our second Bond film, Connery's first Bond film, and
first with a guest. It's a lot of firsts. Well, not our first Bond film, but Connery's first Bond film, and our first guest, and our first. It's madness. It's crazy. I can't wait.
Not our first film with Terrence Young, though. From Terrence Young. It's our second film from Terrence Young. Our first was Action of the Tiger.
I'm glad he improved.
This is a better film than Action of the Tiger for sure. Maybe not Two Women, but
yeah.
But it's generally a better film. I'm excited to watch Dr. No, dude. It's such a good film.
Wow.
Yeah. Dude, yes. Sean Connery he's very sexy in this film.
I think I'm already gonna give him a 10 just for the it's the outfit, the baby blue. That's when we start the baby blue, like terry cloth. Is it where terry cloth?
We get him singing again. Oh, we're covering this.
Yeah,
before
no, we can't do it. Yeah, we
it.
can't do it.
Sorry.
We gotta wait.
Yeah, we made a promise before that we were just gonna like acknowledge the film and move on.
But we know this film too well.
We're too excited. Well,
but before we would spoil any more of this film for you,
watch Dr. No and tune in next week.
It's going to
next
be a
Sunday,
fun one,
or whenever you listen to your podcasts. This was The Wind and the Lion. One of the things we didn't cover is: are you going to watch The Wind and the Lion ever again?
Maybe.
Same. Maybe. Maybe.
It's something I would like grab onto, but like maybe I just for Theodore Roosevelt, maybe.
Yes,
that's a great.
Yes, his scenes are great.
That's probably the greatest Theodore I've seen on screen.
I'm sorry to jump back into it. Do you notice this film kind of had a thematic connection to Shalako?
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Like kind of just Connery on horses with a beautiful blonde woman.
Yes.
Who is out of her depth, but he's perfectly comfortable.
Yeah, I can see.
Got to get back to the safety of like white man's culture, you know.
We'll have to like do like a segment, like a side episode of like taking those two films and like debate style, like
Let's do that. Let's do an episode where we take two films and
pair them together.
We literally just like shuffle the films and two of them come up and you have to pick one and I have to pick one and we have to defend it and pick which one's better.
There we go.
And one of us has to secede to the other and go, yeah, you know what? You're right.
That would have been a great...
Sword of the Valiant is better.
That would have been a great We just did a March Madness thing for superhero movies on Friggin' Nerds.
And you didn't invite me.
Next time.
The look on his face was just the guilt.
Hey, man. Tune in, man. You'll see some cool stuff. But, that'd be fun. It's cool stuff. But, yeah. So, yeah, that's another fun idea.
So tier lists, head-to-heads... and maybe a showcase of local businesses' latest procurement in terms of entertainment, physical gaming. These are all hints for things that are coming, folks.
Yeah, so keep it locked
Big
here on Connery Curious. So, yeah, with that being said, I've been Mario Lima.
And I've been Dylan Titus.
And remember, stay curious.
Beautiful. Goodbye.
Connery Curious.
You've been listening to Connery Curious, a Titus Compositions and Friggin' Nerds Media podcast. Follow us on social media for updates, memes, and clips. Find us on Twitter @CuriousPod007 and on Instagram @ConneryCurious. You can also visit Titus Compositions @TitusCompositions to hear other podcasts and original music, watch music videos, or even pick up a great vinyl record. For more discussion and content about your favorite films, comics, games, and a network for all things nerdy, visit Friggin' Nerds Media on Twitter @FrigginNerds. You can rate, review, and share the podcast in-app, which helps us grow the show and reach the other curious Connerys out there. Thanks for spending time with us, and have a great day, but also, remember, stay curious.
But, what is it that you want, Theodore?
What do I want? I want respect. That's what. Respect for human life and American property. And I'll send the Atlantic Squadron to Morocco to get respect.
That's illegal.
Why spoil the beauty of a thing with legality?